Thank you for joining us today for our Pacific Northwest virtual Zero Prostate Cancer Run Walk celebration. I'm Jamie Burse, CEO at Zero the End of Prostate Cancer. I'm joined here today by Debbie Johnson, our Pacific Northwest Chapter Director. And our hearts and our thoughts go out to everyone in Oregon, Washington, and California who have been impacted by the recent devastating wildfires. I'm here on the East Coast, and I can't imagine all of you going through the fear of having to evacuate your homes, waking up every day and living in a yellow haze with clouds of smoke surrounding you each moment.
Hey, Jamie, I'm here in Seattle area, and it's definitely been some scary times here in the Northwest. I've personally had family and friends who have lost everything, and so many others have been impacted. The virtual celebrations you're seeing today were taped prior to these devastating events, and some of the landscapes shown may look a little bit different. We're so grateful to everyone who is getting active and taking action for prostate cancer, but please be cautious. If you plan to run or walk outside as part of your personal celebration, check that your local air quality is safe for exercise and wear a mask if you can. Wherever you are, we hope that you are still able to support the many men and families near you who have been impacted by prostate cancer and the effects of COVID-19. We think you'll really be touched by the many stories we have in store for you today.
That's right. Thank you, Debbie. Prostate cancer doesn't stop no matter what's going on in the world, and we're incredibly grateful to all of you for tuning in and supporting the men and families who need you the most. Stay Zero strong and stay safe during these unprecedented times. And lastly, thank you for joining us today. Let's have fun. Patients, caregivers, families, and fundraisers have come together for one common purpose: to stand with the brave men battling prostate cancer during these unprecedented times. Together, we are survivors. Together, we support prostate cancer patients during COVID-19, and together, we are Zero strong. Please join us for the Zero Prostate Cancer Run Walk celebration, coming to you virtually from the Pacific Northwest.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Brian Duty. I'm excited to be with you today. I'm coming to you from Portland, Oregon.
And I'm Jonathan Wright in Seattle. This is a special day because for the first time, we're bringing together our Portland and Seattle races for one amazing event. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're talking to Pacific Northwest doctors who have a lot to say about two issues making headlines in the prostate cancer space: racial disparities in healthcare and new discoveries surrounding the BRCA or BRCA gene.
Plus, your fundraising dollars are making a real impact on men battling prostate cancer during the COVID-19 pandemic. Just ahead, a Zero 360 case manager will explain why some patients need help now more than ever before.
And our National Run Walk spokesperson, Jimmy Charles, is here to lead our survivor ceremony. But before we get to that, here's a word from our premier partner, AbbVie.
We are so excited to be here to represent AbbVie. All of us at AbbVie realize it is such a great honor to be a premier partner of the Zero Prostate Cancer Run Walk series.
It is truly important to us to be part of this series to help men battling prostate cancer and fight for an end to this disease.
We are here to support the patients, survivors, caregivers, friends, and family members here today and across the series. Special thanks to Washington and Oregon State Urology Societies for dedicating all of their time and effort to help prostate cancer patients as well.
We are Zero strong.
Hi everyone, my name is Wendy Curry. My husband is Brian Curry, and Brian was diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer back in the fall of 2014. And for the first 6 months, we were scared, we were angry, we were sad, and we were focused on his treatment, visiting with his specialists. And we couldn't really get a lot of answers about how we got here. what did we do to cause this? Why is this happening? They were more focused on the treatment, which obviously was the right thing to do. But after a while, I felt like I needed more answers. I needed more support. So I reached out on the internet looking for stories, and that's when I found Zero. And Brian and I went to our first Zero Prostate Cancer Summit in 2016, and we've enjoyed going to the summit and advocating for prostate cancer research and funding and legislation ever since. Obviously, a cancer diagnosis is devastating to any family, but it also affects the spouses and the friends and the family and the coworkers. It's a community disease, and having Zero as part of our network has helped us navigate through the challenges of prostate cancer treatment and the joy of having new medicine to try. And I just want to say, early detection saves lives. So talk to your doctors, talk to your sons, talk to your parents, talk to your mothers. Breast cancer is associated with prostate cancer. So just try to have those conversations with your family and your friends for awareness. And hopefully my message helps other people go through this journey or prevent this journey at all. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Debbie Johnson, the Pacific Northwest Chapter Manager. On behalf of Zero, we want to thank our host partners, Oregon Urological Society and the Washington State Urology Society, as well as all the fantastic volunteer planning committee members across the Pacific Northwest. Thank you also to our local partners, Pharma, Amgen, Janssen, and Blue Earth, who supported both races, and also Optum and Criteria Properties for their support of the Portland race. And shout outs to our national partners, Astellas, Pfizer, Oncology, Bayer, Tolmar, FixIncontinence.com, edcure.org, and Spacor Hydrogel. And thank you to AbbVie, our premier partner. Thanks to everyone for making today's virtual celebration possible.
I've had so much fun with you guys today. I can't wait to do it in person. I thought that I would leave you with some love. This one's a new one I wrote during our tough time of the pandemic. When it gets this tough, man, you just gotta sit back and remember the basics of love and let love carry us. This one's called Let Love Carry You. When you can't see tomorrow, all your troubles and sorrow, and you need a little faith to borrow, let love carry you. When the hard times come calling, they hit you without warning, and you can't stay from falling, let love carry you. Let love carry you. Let love carry you. Your strength is gone and you can't hold on. Let love carry you. Let love carry you. let love carry you. When you can't see tomorrow, through all your troubles and sorrow, and you need a little faith to borrow, let love carry you. Let love carry you. Let love carry you, guys. Zero Cancer National Spokesman Jimmy Charles signing out. We'll see you guys in person next year. Until then, fight on and let love carry you.
Hi, I'm Niamh. I'm a urologic oncologist and prostate cancer researcher at the University of Washington Medical Center and Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center. I'm here today to speak to you about disparities in prostate cancer. First question you may have for yourself is, what is a disparity? Well, disparities describe inequities that may exist between two or more populations. In the case of prostate cancer, we're talking about differences that may exist in outcomes by race, socioeconomic status, and even location. I'm going to focus today, however, just on racial disparities. Black men in the United States are twice as likely to die from prostate cancer and about 70% more likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer compared to men of other races and ethnicities. A natural next question to ask yourself is, why is this the case? I wish the answer was simple. There are so many factors that could contribute to this, and we still don't have a quote holy grail answer that cleanly and clearly explains why this is happening. What we do know is that social, health, and biologic factors all play some role, and that things like access to care, especially access to treatment and potentially screening, probably play a large role. On the biologic front, there's data to suggest that there are differences that exist by race, ethnicity, but none of those findings to date have given us a clear answer as to what the impact of biology may be on the differences that we see in prostate cancer outcomes by race. So what can we do? We can continue to raise awareness of this issue, advocate for Black men with prostate cancer, and support research on disparities in prostate cancer. I strongly believe that together, patients, advocates, researchers, clinicians, policymakers, we can all work together to create parity in outcomes for men with prostate cancer in the United States. Thank you very much for your time today.
Zero360 is a free, comprehensive service that helps prostate cancer patients and their families.
As you can imagine, since the onset of COVID-19, more men than ever have been reaching out for help. Here's a look at how this program and your fundraising dollars are making an impact.
Recently worked with a patient who unfortunately had been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, also diagnosed with prostate cancer at the same time. He'd been laid off due to the pandemic, had no other income coming in. He pretty much got hit with everything at once, was very overwhelmed. I was able to educate the patient on obtaining unemployment benefits, as well as the extra unemployment benefits that are now going on during the pandemic and offered to people. He was applied for the unemployment benefits and then started receiving a weekly check with the extra benefit during the pandemic, which relieved his financial stress tremendously. So we also discussed some support programs like our Zero Mentor program that we have, as well as some local support for programs that his facility offered. These, again, helped the patient tremendously. He was able to speak with newly diagnosed prostate cancer patients as well as prostate cancer survivors and discuss their experiences. Being able to relieve these unexpected financial burdens for the patient, and again, connecting him with peers so he's able to talk with them, really allowed the patient to kind of focus on himself again and continue healing.
Check out our virtual exhibit hall to learn more about our partners. Our partners play a crucial role in the success of the Zero Prostate Cancer Run Walk celebration. Their commitment makes direct support for men and their families possible, both in your community and across the U.S.
Hi, my name is Dr. Christopher Amling, and I'm the chairman of the Department of Urology at Oregon Health and Sciences University in Portland, Oregon. Sometimes I'm asked whether there's a link between prostate cancer and breast cancer, and in fact there is. While most men realize that their risk of prostate cancer is increased if they have a family history of prostate cancer, what is less well recognized is that their risk of prostate cancer is also increased if they have female relatives with certain female cancers. Men who have mothers, daughters, or sisters with a history of breast or ovarian cancer also have an increased risk to develop prostate cancer. This link between breast and prostate cancer in some cases is due to mutations in the BRCA gene. Men with this mutation have an increased risk of developing prostate cancer, and if there is a BRCA2 mutation, there's also an increased risk of developing more advanced or aggressive disease. The NCCN, the National Comprehensive Cancer Center, has now broadened recommendations for genetic testing to include men who have a family history of female cancers, particularly if there is more than 3 relatives on the same side of the family who developed either breast or ovarian cancer, particularly if these cancers were diagnosed or developed at a young age. While it's important to be aware of this risk or this link between the BRCA mutation and prostate cancer, it is also important to realize that this mutation is relatively rare in the general population. Thus, widespread testing of the general population is not recommended, and this germline or genetic testing should only be recommended to those who have an individual risk of prostate cancer or have a strong family history of either prostate cancer or some of these female cancers that might also be associated with mutations in the BRCA gene. I thank you for your time and your attention, and let's get after prostate cancer together.
We may not be together in person this year, but bringing Zero's Seattle and Portland run walks together for one virtual celebration has been an amazing experience.
Thank you to all the Zero champions who shared their stories and posted photos with us today. And a huge shout out to everyone watching. We hope we've inspired you to get out there and help us zero out prostate cancer.
From all us here in the Pacific Northwest, have a great day and stay Zero strong.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for joining us for the Zero Prostate Cancer Run Walk celebration. And a special thanks to our premier partner, AbbVie. To learn more about the Zero champions you've met today, Zero's programs, and how you can fundraise to zero out prostate cancer, head over to ZEROcancer.run. We hope to see you all healthy and in person for our 2021 Run Walk. And stay Zero strong.